All right, since it's 7 o'clock, I guess we'll get started. Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Pennsylvania students, sponsored by the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. PACAC is a nonprofit association comprised of more than 1,200 school counselors, college admission counselors, independent educational consultants, and other professionals responsible for guiding students through the important transition from high school to post-secondary options. Thank you for joining us tonight. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenter at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at pacac.org. That's pacac.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, pacac.org. So I'd now like to turn it over to our presenter, Michael Hall from Lock Haven University.
Hi there, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Mike Hall. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Lock Haven University. Give me just 10 seconds here, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share this PowerPoint tonight to stay on track. The presentation will run about 30 minutes, and I'm going to leave some questions I'm going to leave some time at the end for questions. So again, welcome to Lock Haven University. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I have a lot of exciting information to share about Lock Haven University. I'm having some trouble with the first slide. There's an excellent video on our homepage, which is at lockhaven.edu/visit. If you go to that page, you can actually see we do have a virtual tour. So that I don't forget to mention it, we are doing tours and presentations on campus face-to-face Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. We also have presentations on Saturdays as well. So let's jump into it and talk a little bit about what makes Lock Haven University a special place to earn your degree. First and foremost is that you'll get a personalized education at Lock Haven University. So what exactly does that mean? Simply put, we get a chance to really know who you are, and you have a chance to tailor your degree towards your career goals. Students will often ask, what is it? What's the one thing that makes Lock Haven University a really special place? And I think our key attribute is our size. We're a small university. We have about 3,100 students that we serve right now. So that definitely classifies us as a small university. The things that you see in the top left-hand corner of that screen, we do those 4 things really well because of our size. We're focused on teaching and academic advising. That, of course, does not mean you won't have a chance to research. You'll absolutely have an opportunity to do research. But our goal is to make sure that you're getting the classes that you need in 4 years when you need them so that you can graduate on time. Our student to faculty ratio is 13-1. So for every 13 students, there's 1 professor at Lock Haven University. That's a very low student to faculty ratio, and that certainly goes in your favor. Many schools will share that ratio with you, and I will tell you exactly what it means. It's a good indicator of how much time professors will have for you when you're not sitting in front of them in class. So I can tell you that our students don't wait 2 months, 2 weeks, or typically even 2 days to meet with their professors. It's usually same day. And I omitted to share this at the beginning of the presentation. I'm actually a Lock Haven University graduate, so I can certainly provide my testimony and let you know that faculty are very much available to you almost on demand. Many faculty on their syllabus will provide that with a cell phone number, and they welcome calls during their personal time. Probably not midnight when you're cramming for an exam, but they do welcome calls even on their personal time. Class sizes are small. The typical class size for incoming freshmen is right around 45 students per class. The true average class size is 23 students. So again, easy to raise your hand during classroom time and be recognized. It's easy to ask questions. And all of our classes are taught by the professor. So you won't have a graduate assistant or a teaching assistant teaching your class or your lab. All of our classes at Lock Haven are taught by the professor. We have 49 different majors, 47 minors. Opportunities for dual majors as well. Lots of different concentrations available. So whether it's business or accounting or recreation management or criminal justice, you name it, there are many different tracks that you can pick to make the degree truly yours. And that's why I say at the beginning of the presentation, we can really tailor your degree toward what your career goals really are. Our classes are very interactive. Based on that class size, it's easy for our classes to have an interactive format. Classroom discussion is going to be encouraged. So our classes are much more than just, taking notes off of a PowerPoint for 45 minutes while you're being lectured to. And then all of our majors require some sort of internship or experiential learning. Something is required outside of the classroom. It could be student teaching, it could be clinical experiences for health science majors, or it could be an internship. And that could be a full semester internship at the conclusion of your senior year, or it could be a 5-week summer internship. So regardless of your major, we will make sure that you have an experience in your field. And our goal, again, is to make sure that you truly become an expert in your field of study. Here are some of our most popular majors at Lock Haven University: education, criminal justice, health science, communication, biology. These, again, are just a handful of what we offer. The list of available majors can be found at lockhaven.edu/academics. That will list all of our majors and concentrations. You're able to click on those, and you're also able to look at curriculum guides. So you can really, truly get a feel for the not only the majors that we offer, but what the content within those majors looks like. If you're unsure about your major, we also have a really great resource, and the link is there. It's lockhaven.edu/mymajors. We've been using this assessment at Lock Haven University now for about 3 years. Totally free assessment for students to use. You can go online, take the assessment. It takes about 20 minutes if you do it correctly. It is mobile friendly, so you can do it from anywhere. The assessment will match you with your top 10 majors at Lock Haven University. I've used this assessment at some of our local high schools here in Lock Haven, and the interesting thing about it is students learn about majors that they don't even know exist yet. So whether you're a student who truly is undecided, or whether you're a student who has 2 or 5 or 20 different majors that you're interested in, the My Majors assessment can certainly help you narrow it down. So lots of different options to pick from at Lock Haven University. I want to spend some time talking a little bit about ways that you can enhance your academic experience at Lock Haven. I also want to spend some time talking about support services. So let's jump to support services next. College is different than high school, and you certainly expect that. The difference between high school and college is that you have to be your own advocate and ask for help when you need it. It's the most important thing to know. The help is here. Some of our most popular things that we offer for support would be tutoring. We have peer tutoring, and we offer tutors for almost all of our 100 level introduction classes. We also have some tutors for our 200 level classes, which are a step up from introduction level. So again, tutors for almost all the 100 and some of the 200 level classes. It is peer tutoring. We also have writing center as well. All students at Lock Haven University are required to take a composition class regardless of major. And believe it's true what your English professor in high school is telling you, that you're going to do a lot of writing when you get to college. It's absolutely true. Not only will you have a composition class, but you'll also write a lot of research papers, and generally speaking, you'll have a lot of writing for assignments that you'll do. So I know that I used to utilize the Writing Center all the time as a student. No, they won't write your paper for you, but they will help you brainstorm ideas. They'll help you outline a paper. If you have your paper written, they can help you edit the paper. They critique it for you, and ultimately you're turning in a better product. So the Writing Center is a service that many of our students use. We also have a Math Center as well. So tutoring, writing, Math Center, 3 very powerful support services that we offer. They are provided to our students at no additional cost. You already pay for these things as part of your tuition. So again, everything that you see there at no additional cost. We also have an Office of Disability Services. Sometimes students will come to us and say, hey, I have an IEP, which is an individualized education program or plan in high school. and they're receiving accommodation. Can I receive accommodation at the collegiate level? The answer is yes, absolutely. We provide reasonable accommodation for students. We certainly would want to hook you up with someone from our Office of Disability Services. So if you get to the point where you schedule a visit to campus, don't be afraid to ask to meet with those folks. We can set you up with an appointment and you can better understand what we can offer to accommodate you. We also have our Center for Career and Professional Development. These are the people who are going to help you if you're an undecided student. Maybe you're really not sure about the major that you want to do. Rather than just throwing you into our exploratory studies program and saying good luck, the folks from our Center for Career and Professional Development will help you identify what majors you may be interested in. And then in addition to that, this office plays a critical role in making sure that you're ready for your professional field and professional work and internships and things of that nature. They're going to help you write resume. They're going to help you edit your cover letter and make sure that your cover letter and your resume are polished before you apply for that job, whether it's grad school, an internship again, or a job after graduation. So those are some of the things that we offer as far as support services are concerned. Again, the key message there to take away on support services is that the help is here. If you need help, you need to make sure that you ask, and you have to be your own advocate. It's very important that you step up and don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to ask for help. All students at some point will utilize one of the services that I have listed there. Some ways that you can enhance your experience. Certainly athletics is one of the ways, and I have a slide dedicated to athletics that I'll share in just a few minutes. That's a great way to enhance your academic experience. We also have a study abroad program. We have study abroad opportunities on almost every continent. So in most cases, we have multiple locations. So if you've always wanted to study in Spain or Italy or Australia or somewhere in Western Europe, we can get you there. And the common misconception with study abroad is that it's going to cost too much money. And the truth is you actually pay Lock Haven University's tuition to study abroad. And then by the time your fees and your housing is clumped on top of that, it's actually a very comparable price to what your semester would be at Lock Haven University. One of the reasons we're able to do that is these are partner colleges and universities that we work with in these countries. The credit that you take while you're abroad will transfer back to Lock Haven University, so you don't have to worry about wasting time or money. And you're eligible to study abroad as early as your sophomore year. So I highly encourage all students to look into it. We have an Institute for International Studies who will help get you prepared to study abroad, or if you're just thinking about it and you're not quite sure if you're interested, they can answer your questions. So unfortunately right now we are not studying abroad, but my hope is, by next fall, once the pandemic hopefully clears, we'll get a chance to be abroad again and get our students out there. Again, very popular option at Lock Haven is study abroad. We also have an honors program. We have about 100 students in our honors college at Lock Haven University. The honors program is particularly attractive to students who've taken honors classes while they've been in high school. They've taken AP courses, maybe accelerated or advanced level courses, or maybe even dual enrollment courses at a local community college or university. Those students typically find that they want the additional rigor that our honors program provides. So with that, you will take some honors level general education courses that are built into the curriculum. So it's not extra courses. They are courses that would fill into the general education curriculum. Many students will often say, well, what's the benefit? Other than taking harder classes, what's the benefit to me? One of the biggest benefits is scholarship money. Students who apply and get accepted and take a seat in our honors program are eligible immediately for additional scholarship money that is not available to incoming freshmen. Honors students also have an opportunity to priority schedule. Right now, that doesn't mean a lot to you, but priority scheduling means you get to schedule before upperclassmen. That's a huge benefit. And it's a great way to make a close, tight-knit group of friends as soon as you get to college. So there's lots of benefits to the honors program. If you'd like to learn more, the web link is lockhaven.edu/honors. They have a really great resource there for prospective students, as well as links to their application. There is no fee to apply to the honors program. Lock Haven University also participates in TRIO program. TRIO is a federally funded program. Many students can qualify for TRIO. We send TRIO paperwork to all of our incoming freshmen, so you'll likely hear about it at some point. As a federally funded program, TRIO can provide grant money as well as other support services to students who qualify. And students qualify for TRIO based on a whole host of things. It could be first generation, it could be an income requirement. So there's really quite a few ways that students can qualify for TRIO, and Lock Haven does participate in, again, the federally funded TRIO program. So those are just some really great ways that you can enhance your experience as a student at Lock Haven University. We have over 150 clubs and organizations at Lock Haven, and let me add, those are 150 active clubs and organizations. So we have a very active student body. We have everything from art, music, theater-based clubs like dancing. We have a hip hop dance team, we have a step team, choir, symphonic band, jazz band, all the way through to things like an outing club, which does canoeing, kayaking, horseback riding. Lock Haven University is located in Clinton County, north central part of the state. We are a prime territory. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, you'll certainly like the location of Lock Haven. We have video game clubs. We have an airsoft team. We have a paintball club. So again, you name it, we probably have a club for it. So lots of different clubs and organizations. The third week of class, in the fall, we host our club fair. And we typically get about 70 of these clubs and organizations who will participate in the club fair. We usually set up right along Ivy Lane, which is the core pathway that runs through campus next to the library, and students have a chance to be exposed to clubs and organizations, learn about meeting times, learn what they're all about, and figure out what they might be interested in participating in. I will tell you this, one piece of advice would be for your freshman year, get involved in something. Academics are very important, but it's very important that you get involved in something, at least one club or organization. That will be my challenge to you for your freshman year. Haven Activities Council, that's a group of students, and again, you could be part of that group. That's a group of students who plans all the big, large-scale entertainment and events that are going to happen throughout the 15-week semester. So comedians, hypnotists, guest speakers, concerts, figuring out which entertainers we're able to bring in for those types of activities. That's the group who will decide, make those big decisions. So Haven Activities Council is a very important group on campus. We also have a student government we called it here Student Auxiliary Services. So if you participate in student government at the high school level, you'll have that opportunity as well in college. Residence Hall Association, we're going to talk a little bit in just a few minutes about what it's like to live on campus. But one of the things I want you to know is that your residence halls are going to have lots of different activities happening throughout the course of the semester. All of our residence halls are staffed by RAs, or resident assistants. Those resident assistants are going to make sure that you're entertained and that there's things happening within your residence halls. So it could be a craft night, it could be an open mic night, it could be Monday Night Football night with Domino's Pizza. There will be things happening right within your residence hall. Those, of course, activities are not mandatory, but we try to keep you very well entertained. So between things that are happening on campus and also between things that are happening in your residence hall, you're always going to find something to do and stay entertained. We also have a Greek life population at Lock Haven. So if you're interested in a fraternity or a sorority, we do offer Greek life. Our Greek life family, they're very small, but they do have a presence on campus, and they do lots of great work for nonprofits, both within our community and regionally as well. I encourage you to look into Greek life when you get to Lock Haven if you think you're interested. So that's just a little bit about life on campus. Again, that covers everything from enhancing your experience to support services, all the way through to things like clubs and activities. Make sure you get involved when you're here. Housing and dining. Key things to know about housing. Housing is guaranteed for all 4 years. You can live on campus for 4 years if you'd like. We do require that all students live on campus for the very first year. The only students who meet an exemption typically as a student coming right out of high school are students who live within our commuting radius, which is a 50-mile radius, living with a parent or guardian. Students who meet that criteria can actually choose to commute from home. Other than that, though, again, everybody's required to live on campus for the first year. Two different types of residence halls that we offer on campus. We have a traditional residence hall, and there's a picture in the top right-hand corner of this slide. That's just a quick, you can't see a whole lot there, but that's a traditional residence hall. Within a traditional residence hall, you'll have a room with one roommate. You and your roommate each get your own bed, dresser, desk, and closet space. You share a bathroom with about 30 other people, and that's not nearly as bad as it sounds. I will tell you that bathrooms are cleaned every morning by the custodian, and there's enough sinks, there's enough showers for everyone to use. Everything's private changing areas, and private showers. So I will tell you our traditionals at Lock Haven University are very nice. We also have suite style residence halls, and I'll show you some pictures of those in just a minute. Fairview Suites was opened in 2014. It's our newest living option on campus. Within Fairview Suites, you have two different options. There's a private bedroom option as well as a shared bedroom option. And you share your bathroom with just one roommate in Fairview Suites. So there are some advantages, of course, to Fairview Suites, but again, our traditionals are very nice. If you have a chance to visit campus, we will take you in our traditional residence halls, and you'll have an opportunity to see them. But again, please keep in mind both options are available to you freshman year. Bentley Dining Hall, we have to talk about food before we end the presentation. That's important. Upper level Bentley is our all you care to eat buffet, dessert, salad bar. Options are changing every day. Top left-hand corner of this slide, you can see a shot of the salad bar there. We are serviced right now by Aramark, who's an excellent food service provider. They go out of their way to make sure that our students have what they need. They also have a commitment to quality. So the food that you'll be served at Lock Haven University will be good quality food with good quality ingredients. So really pleased with what Aramark provides for dining services. Lower level Bentley is set up much like a food court. We have an Italian kitchen. We have a grill station. We have a Chick-fil-A, a full service Starbucks. And in the bottom right-hand corner, you see a shot of our convenience store with Freshens. They make smoothies right there from fruit. They make it right in front of you. So those are the things we offer on the lower level, what I'm calling lower Bentley. We have lots of grab and go prepackaged salads and sandwiches and things in coolers if you have to eat and run. But you can use your meal plan at all of these locations, including Chick-fil-A. There's no additional charge to eat at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, you can use your meal plan there. Glennon Infirmary, right on campus, we have excellent health care, which is provided by our local hospital. It's run by UPMC, which is the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Our infirmary is open. Hours throughout the week vary, but they are open often. So likely, if you need them, they will be available. Anything more serious, the Lock Haven Hospital is located 1 minute from the infirmary. Public safety office located right on campus, 24/7, fully trained armed police officers. Lock Haven is a very safe campus. We have call boxes located throughout campus. Campus is also well lit. I encourage all students to go online and take a look at our safety report. And typically what I say is you won't find anything happening on our campus that isn't happening at a campus of a similar size and a similar location. Lock Haven University is very safe. I'll also go one step further and say the community of Lock Haven, Pennsylvania is a very safe community. Again, we're located north central Pennsylvania, right along the bank of the Susquehanna River, so it's a very scenic area. You know, when you come into town, you'll see City of Lock Haven, but it's really safe to say we're a small town. Small, quiet town for the most part, and that's okay. So that's a little bit about housing and dining. Here's some more photos. You can see pictures of the traditional residence halls here on campus. A lot of these photos look like they were taken on student move-in day, so you can see students kind of getting settled there into their residence halls. As far as space is concerned, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, that kind of gives you a bigger shot of what the full traditional residence hall looks like. You can see there's lots of ways to customize it, make it cozy, and really make it yours. This is Fairview Suites. Again, opened in 2014. There's two different options. There's a shared bedroom option. There's also a private bedroom option. There is a small price difference if you opt to live in Fairview Suites over the traditional. I will tell you though, and it's listed on our cost page, it is not excessive. So it's a it's a small jump in price if you want to live in Fairview Suites. So again, both are open to you freshman year. Here's some additional photos of our dining options. And you can see a great shot there again on the top left of our fresh salad bar. You can see how spacious Upper Bentley is there. The picture in the top middle shows you that's only a quarter of the seating space. So it's a very large area. Students like to hang out there. They'll eat, they'll study. Our dining hall has a lot of kind of neat little nooks and crannies where you can kind of hide after you eat and you can study. A lot of our students will hang out and utilize it for study time as well. You can see, of course, our Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and you know, Bentley's just a great place to hang out and meet your friends. Here's the cost. Left-hand side is for Pennsylvania resident. Right-hand side is for out-of-state resident. This is your cost for one whole entire year. This is important to know. We froze tuition now for a second year in a row. Lock Haven University has froze their tuition. We also opted to freeze our housing and meal plan price, and our fees went up by only a few dollars. So that was a historic move. Freezing tuition 2 years in a row had never done before within the state system, but now more than ever, we want to try to keep our costs low and keep that burden off of families. So we're doing what we can to keep tuition down for you. The price that you see does include tuition for one whole entire year. It includes your traditional housing. It includes a meal plan. This is our standard meal plan, which most students carry. It includes all your fees clumped together, things like the student activities fee, there's a health services fee, there's a very small transportation fee as well. You see the trolley there in the photo. We have trolleys on campus that loop campus throughout the day. They loop downtown, and they also take an evening run to our local Walmart as well. So you pay fees for all those little things. And then grand totals, you can see, of course, are listed. Again, the important thing to note, and I know I've said this already, this is your cost for one whole entire year of education. So if you divide that number by 2, you'll have your per semester cost. It's also important to note that this is the sticker price. You will receive some form of financial aid. I will tell you that we have a very, very generous merit-based scholarship system. We have adjusted our merit-based scholarships for just looking at GPA and curriculum, and I'm going to show you in a second. We are test optional now for almost all majors. So even if you have not yet taken the SAT or the ACT, we still want to make sure you get rewarded if you've been a strong student with a merit-based scholarship. So over 87% of our students receive some form of financial aid, scholarships, grants, loans. Most important thing you're probably starting to hear about right now is the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. Please do the FAFSA and make sure that you include Lock Haven University on your FAFSA. That way we can make sure that you get a financial aid package from us once you are accepted to the university. The FAFSA is open now. I would encourage you that if you have any questions about the FAFSA, you can certainly reach out to us at Lock Haven University, but utilize your high school counseling office as well. Your high school counselor can certainly answer questions about the FAFSA. One of the last kind of heavy topics here that I want to cover is applying. So now is a really great time to apply to Lock Haven University. We're moving very quick. We're reviewing students Monday through Friday. Our counselors are very busy reading applications and looking at transcripts. We're turning decisions around right now in about 2 to 3 business days. So that means if you like what you hear tonight and you go online and you apply and you get your transcripts into us this week, you could very well have a decision before the end of the week. So the application is online. Please request your official transcript from your high school and have it sent directly to Lock Haven University. You may also upload an unofficial transcript at the time you apply if you would like to do that. If you have a copy saved, you can upload your unofficial transcript and we can utilize that to make a preliminary decision. SAT or ACT scores, I'll mentioned earlier, we are test optional. The only major that requires SAT or ACT right now is nursing. So if you're a nursing major, you're still required to take the SAT. All other majors, including 3+2 health science physician assistant, 3+3 physical therapy, 3+2 athletic training, they are test optional. So many students have had SATs canceled one time, 2 times. I've talked to students who've been canceled as many as 4 times. So understanding the burden that you're facing there, we are now test optional for everything except for nursing. You're not required to submit an essay or letter of recommendation if your counselor feels that it is needed, or if you go test optional and your GPA is below a 3.2, your counselor will reach out to you, and you'll be provided an opportunity to either submit an essay, provide a graded paper from your junior year, or do a virtual interview with your admissions counselor. And I will tell you, most of the students who I've had to get an additional item from, I've conducted a virtual interview. It usually takes about 15 minutes. It's quick and easy. So that is certainly an easy route to go, just to simply do a virtual interview with your counselor. The web link is there. It's admissions.lockhaven.edu/apply. Because you're visiting tonight or watching this video after we've recorded it, I want to offer you an application fee waiver. We are willing to waive our $25 application fee because you're participating in this presentation or watching the recording afterwards. On our application, it will ask if you visited campus or had a campus presentation. Please check that box. That will waive your $25 application fee. So the web link again is there to apply, admissions.lockhaven.edu/apply. We certainly hope that we'll see applications. If you have any questions, you're welcome to start dropping questions if you haven't done so already in the chat box. And I'm going to end my presentation so that I can see my screen and see if you all have any questions for me. So the question that comes up is, what is the application deadline? So let me make sure the student who asked this question is still with us. It appears that that student is not online, but I'll answer the question. The application deadline, we are on a rolling admission, which means that we encourage students who are planning on attending for fall 2021 or applying for fall 2021. We encourage those students to get an application in by December 1. But again, we are rolling admissions. So I'm going to just type that in the chat box here for the student. And if you have any other questions, please drop them in the chat. Okay. So that concludes my presentation for tonight. Again, my name is Mike Hall. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Lock Haven University. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight, checking it out. Hope to see an application. And if you have any questions, please give us a call anytime. Again, our website is lockhaven.edu, and you can find all of our contact information there. Thank you very much and have a great night.
Thanks, Michael. That was great. Really appreciate you presenting this evening. And thank you to those who joined us. When you close your window, there will be a very quick link to a 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at pacac.org. That's PACAC.org. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as that of all the other sessions at the same website, pacac.org. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.